All right, let's go over what we know so far. So question number 1, was the container empty before Jesse added the chlorine? If we look at the groups of atoms, we know the container was not empty. The products include sulfur, an S atom, and hydrogen, the H atom. That means before the reaction happened, the S and the H atoms should also be in the container. So it was not just chlorine in the container. That was question number 1. Question number 2, could the chlorine turn into sulfur? And basically what that's asking is, can a Cl atom turn into an S atom? And we know in a chemical reaction, it's not that atoms are turning into new types of atoms, right? They're rearranging, so that's why this question would be a no. And then question number 3, could the chlorine turn into hydrogen chloride? I think you can argue yes or no. You could argue, yes, hydrogen chloride is partially made out of chlorine. So if there was another substance, it could turn into hydrogen chloride. If you said no, you should have said something like, we know you can't create H atoms out of thin air. So as long as you know chlorine by itself cannot turn into hydrogen chloride, your answer is good. All right, so next we're going to look at a list of a bunch of substances that Dr. Young keeps in her lab. So what we're going to do is look at the groups of atoms and the properties to figure out, okay, if the container was not empty, then what else was in there before Jesse added the chlorine? Come back for the next video to check your answers.